Yo guys, what's up? It's been a minute since my last update, so I thought I'd come on here. A lot has happened in the market since then. We're going to recap the positions and some of the coins that I was talking about last time, go over some potential setups, and I do have one trade for you, so stick around for that. I think it should be a banger. So first, let's start off on Bitcoin as we always do. So basically, pretty much leading up to this week, like early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, everybody was stressing about the Jackson Hole thing with Powell, the interest rates, and just general overall macro things that people were worried about. So that pretty much caused this sell off on indices and also Bitcoin. And then, of course, as it always is on Friday, we had this huge candle after Powell had a speech. He was pretty dovish. So that was pretty much what happened this past week. Now we're getting some sort of retracement on Bitcoin. Once we got this candle, though, which worried me a little bit, was all over my timeline. I just saw everybody going alt season starting, like new all-time high. And yeah, I do agree it was pretty bullish, but there's some things we have to watch out for. I did take hedge shorts on Bitcoin at the weekly open up here, and then I'm going to break down how I'm managing that position. So the three areas that I wanted to hedge Bitcoin, just because I did have a lot of positions on the board, and I of course want to be protected both ways, especially that we're going into the weekend. So the first area was the weekly open right up here, and then we have this point of control, this high right here with the 0.5, and then we do have this weekly pivot here with the 618 into this gap right here, and then yeah. So just from a technical standpoint, we had a sweep of this high here, and then we came down. We made pretty much like equal lows. So I'm 50-50 on Bitcoin. I'm not insanely bullish like I know a lot of people are. We've lost the monthly open here. Hopefully, this is just a simple retest. Oh my God, I don't know why my lines aren't working. Hopefully, this is just a retest of this high, and we can get some nice price action to reclaim the monthly open and go higher. But I am head short. I might look to add at the monthly open if we reject here. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much how I'm playing Bitcoin. And yeah, okay. Some other alts we talked about. Aave has been ripping. Pendle was another one that I talked about. This was my main area of interest for heavy size at the yearly open, which didn't get hit, but I know I did talk about just the Pendle chart in that I want to see higher prices. So we finally broke out of this channel right here, and we are currently pushing towards these highs here. So this looks really good to me. This channel looked really solid, and I knew there was going to be a breakout coming of it. So we should just go higher. Obviously, depending on Bitcoin and how indices open on Monday. And then syrup. So we didn't get stopped out of syrup. This has literally been a wild ride on this trade. We went into drawdown pretty deep, like 17%, but it's still valid. I still do think syrup has potential to start really taking off here, and it really defending this low another time here, so that's pretty good. So we should still see syrup go back. If you're also feeling wary about it, you can cut it if it goes back to our entry, but we did not get stopped out on syrup. Solana also showing some strength now. I know ETH had its run, hit all-time high yesterday, but Solana since then has been picking up. It's above the yearly open, which is nice, and I don't really see it topping right here, but we're gonna have to see. I really do like that it's above the yearly open. So yeah, that's Solana update. Pump was another coin that I was looking to take positions in. This isn't the trade that I was talking about earlier in the morning, but yeah, this coin looks not bad to start accumulating. Let's see, what else was I interested in? Yeah, so the one trade I'm talking about is CRV. So again, sort of channel vibes. We've swept this low about 3 times, had this little range. So now what you want to see from CRV to enter this trade is you want to see this little zone right here that we were consolidating in hold pretty much. So hold on. What I would like to see is price stay above this value area high here, and then you want to see some sort of maybe 4 hourly close above the yearly open, and then that's your trigger to enter this CRV position. So obviously you can manage this on your own, but I'm giving you the trade idea would be something along the lines of this. Maybe also if you're really wanting to swing it and have a pretty high chance of this hitting, I would put your stop loss underneath this low in case we get some scam wicks down here over the weekend. And then target these highs for maybe your TP1 and then maybe up here for your TP2. But it's still a good 2RR trade. I'm already positioned in CRV from like ages ago, which you guys know I've been riding from here up to here, back down to here in a drawdown, and now back up in a little bit of profit. So I'm still in this, so I'm not going to be taking this trade, obviously, but this is definitely a valid trade in my opinion if you want to take it, not financial advice. SPX was another coin that I was looking at. I was looking at a long from these highs. It might just drop down a little more and then come up, so maybe I didn't enter this yet because I didn't like this price action, but maybe you get something like that and that's your trigger. But I want to see a reclaim of these key levels right here. It's a pretty key SR level, so that's what I'm watching for SPX. And then essentially that's it. I don't want to get positioned in too many coins. The one really weird coin that I took a position in was this coin called Band. I'm up it was up like 60% yesterday. Had an insane daily candle. Let's see where the daily closed. Yeah, the daily closed above this key zone that I was watching on Band. By the way, I really have no clue what this coin does, or I'm simply just trading it TA wise, and it's been getting some decent volume. And on the weekly chart, it's literally been ranging for about 2 years, just in this range here. We have the range lows right here, which we closed above on the daily, and this looks like a strong daily close. Like that's why right here, this close above these range lows doesn't make sense because we didn't have a deviation. But here, there was a clear deviation below this little range. I don't know why I can't get my box right here. And then we closed above this high. So we broke structure, and if we get a weekly close, that can even be more confirmation. So on Sunday night, watch out for the weekly to close above here, which is a confirmation of this breakout on Band. And then the targets that I had were about like 1.5, this point of control, and even possibly the 618 of this move here. So yeah, about 1.6. So this was a random position I just put on. It's doing pretty well. So that's the area to watch for. It's still definitely an entry. It all depends on Bitcoin. I really do want to see Bitcoin not stalling, because if it starts stalling, I might get a little wary. And September historically isn't the best for Bitcoin, but like you can't just base stuff off just one data point. But yeah, I want to see Bitcoin moving up strong again, reclaiming monthly open, reclaiming weekly open, and pushing higher. And then we should get an absolute ripper on alts again. Updating the other position was that gold long that I was talking about. Hold on. Yeah, so I was talking about gold long. It never got stopped. It was just chopping around. But of course, once on Friday, we got that pretty dovish news. Gold candled, of course. And yeah, so I'm just waiting to see what gold does. Wait, this is the better chart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this was our trade. Didn't get stopped. It's just I'm on the daily chart. So yeah, this is what the gold trade's looking like currently. Honestly, maybe move stop loss to break even. I did take a little bit of a drawdown in this trade, so I don't really want to risk anything. So I'll probably put my stop loss to break even. And I actually did shave off some of my position here, but that's just because I went pretty deep into this trade. Again, the extended TP is up here, and I would most likely take the majority. I can't speak. Take the majority of your position off at this high right here. If you just want some main TP, if you just want some if you just want some standard gains, pretty simple. If you don't want to wait around and just want to get in and out, that's where I suggest to take profits on the gold swing. So just to recap everything, we are interested in CRV longs. We're waiting on Bitcoin, just seeing how it's doing. I'm gonna hedge my positions at those 3 key levels that I spoke about. I'm in some Band spot. Pendle's going strong. Syrup, again, it's not stopped. We're a little bit down from entry. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Solana's showing a little bit of strength. So for scalp Solana trades, I did long a little bit of Pengu, a little bit of just some Solana alts, a little bit of Pengu, a little bit of Radium, things like that. But that's pretty much all I have. Also, if you remember that huge negative RR trade that I posted on ETH, well, would have hit full take profit. But again, once everybody saw this candle, wait, so yeah, when everybody saw this candle right here, and then we dropped all the way back down like 13% on ETH, people were shitting their pants. But just zoom out, like literally, how much cleaner can it get? You have to just block out the noise. Like literally, a perfect retest of these two previous highs right here, and then boom, wait, and then boom, right into all-time highs on ETH. So if you are not focusing on figuring it out yourself, I mean, there's nothing you can really do. This was pretty much the freest trade of all time. I took a nice scalp on it, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I will update more positions and more trades going into the week. I'll probably make my next video Monday when the new weekly opens happen. Hopefully CRV will be cooking by then, and we'll check out all of our trades and see how they're doing. I'll catch you in the next one.